transponders will be built into new cars. When a vehicle's transponder comes within range of the gantry, radio signals from the antennas trigger the transponder to identify itself. In response to the signal, the transponder selects a separate time slot and transmits its ID number to the antennas. The antennas receive the ID number and assign each vehicle to a separate time slot for any subsequent data transmissions. This process enables the reader antennas to simultaneously communicate with many vehicles in multiple lanes, and even while changing lanes. The antennas pass the data received to a computer which, through a process called angle of approach, combines the data from the three antennas to determine each vehicle transponder's exact location. With each succeeding transmission, the vehicle's position on the roadway is updated. In this manner, the system tracks every tagged vehicle, regardless of speed, lane changes, or if shadowed by another vehicle. It even tracks several tagged motorcycles sharing the same lane or collects a single toll from a vehicle containing several transponders. Data transmitted from the vehicle's transponder are sent to a host computer for billing or enforcement purposes. The violation enforcement system developed by Hughes employs a color camera mounted over each lane. The patented Hughes video image processing monitors each camera output and determines when the rear of a vehicle enters the camera's field of view. At that point, the camera captures an image of the vehicle's rear license plate and holds it in temporary storage. If the vehicle's tag is valid, its image is overwritten by the image of the next vehicle. But if the vehicle is determined to be a violator, its image is saved and forwarded to the Plaza computer. The Hughes toll collection system is fully redundant, so the failure of any individual component will never cause a lane closure or lost revenue. Hughes has assembled a world-class team to develop this state-of-the-art electronic toll collection system. Delco Electronics will manufacture the system's transponders and readers. They are the world's largest supplier of automotive electronics, excelling in the low-cost production of high-technology products. Transroute, the world's largest and most experienced toll road company, is teamed with Hughes to develop and manage the toll operations and maintenance organization. Electronic Data Systems, the world's largest provider of data processing services, will provide the back office, revenue management, and data processing system. Hughes has designed the vehicle roadside communications system and will supply the enforcement and location subsystems, which are integral elements of the Hughes design toll collection system. Hughes electronic toll collection systems are a product of Orange County, already home to over 10,000 Hughes employees. In developing these elements, Hughes has transferred technology from a number of mature, combat-proven military systems. The Hughes Firefinder system has demonstrated its superior ability to track incoming artillery rounds and rockets. A similar angle of approach technology is used to track vehicles. The Hughes Position Location Reporting System, PLARS, now in use by the U.S. Marine Corps, provides the technology source for the vehicle roadside communications system. Recent TV provided astonishing imagery from TV cameras mounted on Hughes Maverick missiles. The toll enforcement system is based on Maverick's image processing technology. The enforcement system adopted from the Maverick has demonstrated its ability to locate and photograph a vehicle's license plate. The vehicle roadside communications antenna and transponder were tested at the General Motors Desert Proving Ground in Mesa, Arizona. The demonstration proved that a single antenna could communicate with all vehicles carrying a transponder, regardless of their size, speed, or position. Even traveling at 100 miles per hour, a vehicle fitted with 8 transponders demonstrated reliable communication. This proven technology will all come together at a mainline plaza area, such as this one on the San Joaquin Hills corridor. Signs will direct untagged vehicles to pull off the main line to a manual toll collection area and direct vehicles with cow pass transponders to continue on the main line. Tolls will be electronically collected from transponder-equipped vehicles, while those without transponders or with insufficient funds will be identified, recorded, and fined or cited. The Hughes system clearly proves that it is possible to accurately collect tolls and keep traffic flowing at normal speeds. When it comes to meeting the needs of open road operations, Hughes has the right system at the right time.
It is of note that in the private sector, the largest data banks are those belonging to the nearly 2,000 credit bureaus. One estimate states that 80% of Americans over the age of 18 are in their computers somewhere. These files contain entries under such headings as lifestyle, which include information ranging from personal income and shopping habits to political affiliation and religious persuasion. Time magazine reports the use of computerized cards on a nationwide experimental basis. Here with that report is Joe Vancouvering.
The government of Thailand was awarded a contract to provide data on its 65 million people in a single integrated computer network. This population database system, the largest of its kind, will store information on every citizen over the age of 15. Each person will be required to carry a card bearing a color photo on which appears the name, address, and identification number. In addition, the card can feature fingerprints, marital status, educational background, occupation and income, nationality and religion, family history, tax return, and criminal record, if any. It is intended to simplify all sorts of bureaucratic transactions, from receiving health care benefits to enrolling a child in school. So impressed was the Smithsonian Institution and Computer World magazine, they gave the government of Thailand a prize for being a hero of the information age. However, Simon Davies, an Australian expert of surveillance technology, says of this program, it is potentially one of the most repressive surveillance systems the world has ever seen. Other governments are watching and waiting, deciding whether to adapt similar systems. Singapore has issued new identity cards, which will enable the government there to keep electronic tabs on its 2.7 million people. Writing for the Associated Press, Kenneth Whiting notes that by the mid-1990s, every motor vehicle registered in Singapore is to have electronic number plates and a small black box on the undercarriage. Sensors will be embedded in the street surfaces, and motorists will be charged for road use just as they are for water or electricity, with bills rendered monthly. The United States is already experimenting with electronic tagging to control the movement of released criminal offenders. It involves strapping a tamper-proof beeper to the body that alerts authorities when it is moved more than a specified distance from a receiver in the person's home. This country attempts to protect her citizens from invasions of privacy, and the U.S. State and Commerce Departments have strict rules governing the export of weapon systems and computers with potential military uses. However, there are no restrictions on the billions of dollars of computer technology that is sold by American companies to other countries for their residential information systems. Complains Mark Rottenberg, Washington Director of Computer Professionals for Social Responsibility, the U.S. claims to have a role as the moral leader in protecting freedom and democracy, but we are becoming surveillance technology merchants to the world. Well, J.R. Church, writing in Prophecy in the News, comments, it looks like the fulfillment of Scripture. He notes, according to Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17, a short-lived world government will cause all to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Reporting for God's News Behind the News, this is Joe Vancouvering.
Consider this. A powerful biochip made from living protein that once surgically implanted in the brain could make it possible to program or upload an unlimited amount of information into the mind. Impossible, only science fiction, it may be closer than you think. Oxford Analytica, in his book American Perspective, says, in the next decade, telematics, the information of economy, will increase the development of a wide range of microchip-based systems of information processing combined with communications and control technologies. Here with his report on one growing use of the microchip with serious overtones is David Brantley.
Imagine going into the supermarket and simply having your hand scanned at the checkout counter. No checks to write, no credit cards to be lost, stolen, or accidentally erased, no troublesome personal identification numbers to try to remember for your bank debit card.